You can't go on social media these days without someone talking about attachment styles. But what are attachment styles, really? And why should you care? In this video, I'm going to explain attachment styles simply and clearly, and you'll learn how to use your own style to build healthier, more satisfying relationships. I'm Rose Vigano, Master-Level Relationship Coach, Attachment Specialist, and Somatic Practitioner. So if you want to learn more about attachment and how it influences your relationships, and get practical tips to improve them, click the like and subscribe button, and let's dig into attachment styles. There are 4 main attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. As we dive into each one, keep this in mind: attachment styles are adaptations to our childhood experiences with caregivers. They are not good or bad, just ways we learn to survive and relate to others. If we have an insecure attachment style, it doesn't mean we did anything wrong. As we discuss the impact of caregivers, we are not blaming them. In most cases, they loved us deeply but lacked the tools, knowledge, or stable life circumstances to meet all our emotional needs. Other factors like class, culture, safety, illness, ours or our parents', and trauma can also shape our attachment styles. Importantly, attachment styles can change. Just because you have one now doesn't mean you're stuck with it forever. A secure functioning relationship can be a powerful tool for healing insecure attachment. There are many books, professional communities, and programs that support this healing, whether you're in a relationship or not. One of the most important first steps is identifying your own attachment style. If you're unsure, take my free quiz, I'll link to it below. Let's now explore each of the 4 styles. To fully understand them, you'll need to know where each style comes from, how to identify it in yourself and in others. 1. Secure attachment. Securely attached individuals typically grow up with love and consistent emotional support from responsive caregivers. These caregivers were present, protective, and safe. They prioritized your emotional needs, valued open communication, and repaired things when mistakes happened. As a child, you felt seen, heard, and accepted for who you were, not for who you needed to be to earn love. When raised in a safe and loving environment, you are more likely to develop secure attachment. As an adult, securely attached people are interdependent, not overly self-reliant or codependent. You're comfortable with closeness, intimacy, and connection. You don't take rejection personally and can walk away when something isn't right. You stay attuned to both your needs and others. You manage your emotions well and aren't easily triggered by relationship dynamics. You can be vulnerable, communicate clearly, and forgive when needed. Boundaries are strong but flexible. You can receive love deeply and be okay both with or without a partner. About 50% of the population develops secure attachment. The rest develop an insecure style, but that doesn't mean it's hopeless. We can all work toward what's called earned secure attachment by healing old patterns and building the capacity for secure connection. 2. Avoidant attachment. If your attachment style is avoidant, you likely had caregivers who were physically or emotionally unavailable. They may have been distracted, self-focused, or emotionally disconnected. As a result, you were left alone, too much, too often. You may not have received physical affection or emotional nurturing. Attention, when it came, may have been based on performance rather than presence. When your needs weren't met, you learned to shut them down, even at a young age. Alternatively, your caregivers may have been overly enmeshed, invasive, or without healthy boundaries. You may have withdrawn as a way to survive. As an adult, avoidant attachers tend to be emotionally distant and overly self-reliant. Vulnerability feels unsafe. You value independence and may feel uncomfortable depending on others. You need alone time to process emotions. Avoidant individuals often appear competent and self-sufficient. You may perform well under pressure but struggle to express empathy or recognize a partner's emotional needs. You want connection but fear rejection, so you stay emotionally isolated. 3. Anxious attachment. Anxious attachment usually stems from inconsistent or unpredictable caregiving. Your caregivers may have loved you, but it came in bursts. The emotional availability was intermittent, making you feel uncertain, anxious, or hypervigilant. There may have been emotional neediness on the part of your caregivers, moments where you felt they were connecting but were actually trying to get their own needs met. You learned that love could disappear at any moment. As an adult, anxious attachers are often highly sensitive to perceived rejection. You might need constant reassurance that you're loved and that your partner isn't leaving. Even a brief disconnection can feel catastrophic. You may struggle to calm yourself without that reassurance, and this can feel overwhelming to a partner. You might focus on the negatives in a relationship, anticipating loss. There's often a fear of abandonment beneath it all. Behaviors can include tracking your partner's phone, calling repeatedly, or accepting crumbs just to avoid a breakup. You may give a lot and expect the same, often feeling disappointed. Yet, anxious attachers can also be deeply emotionally connected, expressive, and the ones advocating for growth in relationships. 4. Disorganized attachment. Disorganized attachment often develops from trauma, abuse, neglect, addiction, anger, or mental illness in the home. You wanted to go to your caregivers for comfort, but they were also the source of fear. This creates a deep inner conflict, craving closeness but fearing it. You may have been punished for your fear responses and labeled a problem child, which only made things worse. As an adult, those with disorganized attachment may feel torn between two fears, fear of abandonment and fear of being engulfed. You swing between anxious and avoidant behaviors. Relationships can feel overwhelming and chaotic. You may struggle with emotional regulation, trust, and communication. You may freeze, go silent mid-sentence, or express yourself in confusing ways. Sometimes you want connection, then suddenly feel triggered and pull away. You often feel immobilized by fear or driven to control situations. Because of painful early experiences, trusting others, and even trusting yourself, can be a challenge. Final thoughts. This isn't a complete picture of attachment, but I hope it gives you enough to begin identifying your own patterns. You might relate to more than one style, many of us do. While one style may be dominant, we often carry elements of others as well. The good news? We're all born with the capacity for secure connection. If our environment supported us, we likely developed secure attachment. If not, we adapted in ways to protect ourselves from pain. These adaptations shape our adult relationships, but they can be healed. Earned secure attachment is possible, and you don't have to do it alone. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. And in the comments, let me know, which attachment style do you most identify with?